Welcome to the 61st episode of the Stepback. It's your host, Leon Tompkins, my main man, Jacob Moses, coming to you live on a Monday night because Friday was busy. It was
Very.
yeah, missed about 2 weeks. I spent some time with some family, had a little vacation, so we're back. We're in the fold, in the middle of the playoff hunt. It's been a while since we got together. Uh, Last time we got together, the Knicks were in it, so
Now they out. I mean, we had a good season, man. That's all I gotta say. We had a good season. I mean, hope all going. Excuse me. Hope all is going well with you. I had a good time. Good to see family coming up. It was fun. But let's get back to business.
you
No time to play around. What is this?
that's what's up. Uh, I got my second shot a couple weeks ago, so um, I'm feeling no ill effects. I'm still I can lift my arms.
There you go.
Everybody's still good, so I'm still good. Brooklyn right now isn't, but uh, we're gonna run over these. Not a lot to go over. I know we didn't really recap the first round of the playoffs, which
Mhm.
came and gone, but I think we had a lot of predictions right. Anything shock you in the first round?
Uh, no. Honestly, it really didn't. It was a crapshoot with the Knicks. They had to stay hot. They had to rely on Julius Randle. If he wasn't, Atlanta had a better team. If you couldn't see that on paper, you were just blinded. I mean, with Trey Young, better point guard, John Collins, Capella. I said he was going to be a big, big problem for the Knicks, and he was. Us not having Mitch really, didn't help. Taj Gibson, he's a warrior, but there's only so much he can do. Tom Thibodeau, Coach of the Year. I'll take that. They built the culture. I'm fine with how it went out. I've said it before. If they went out in the first round, hey, it's still a win. We were playing with house money. I expect to go far, but now going into next year, I expect more. We got to make a move.
Yeah, Randall. He had a strong regular season. His postseason really left a lot to be desired. Did Randall's postseason dissuade you from re-signing him later on, or did it alter how you feel about Randall going into next year?
No, no. I'll take this stance. When guys overperform and they actually put on for the city, you got to think about that. The guy, he had all the talent in the world, and he just had to put it together, and he did. There's a lot of Knicks fans out there. Oh, we should just get rid of him for what? Then we're just gonna go back to, square one. Like, say if you trade him to go somewhere, what are you gonna put around him? Yes, we get a Damian Lillard, but then you lose another piece. You gotta figure out where to use him. The front court will be fine. I'm fine with Mitch and Randall. That is fine. Everybody else, you gotta besides RJ. Excuse me. I will move RJ up to the three and figure out the shooting guard and point guard positions. Once you can get those figured out, we'll be fine. But no, I'm not getting rid of Randall. I am extending him. There's no way he's not leaving. He's leaving New York. No, absolutely not.
Derrick Rose had a strong postseason. He played well. Started around game two. Pulled the
Mm-hmm.
pulled the plug quick on Peyton, thank God. But um, Trey Young was another beast. So what did you make of Derrick Rose? Would you bring him back? You know,
Uh,
what's the deal
yeah,
there?
I would bring him back for a 6-man role. He showed that he can play that position. He can play that role on a team, a winning team, and don't put too much strain on his body. 20 points a game, 20 minutes a game, he'll be fine. He'll put up efficient numbers, and there you go. I think he didn't mind that 6-man role either. He was
Nah.
good at it. He stepped it up, but once again, with his injury history, I know he looked good, but you got to scale it back. You got quickly for a reason. You got all these other guys for a reason. Let RJ be the playmaker. We know he can be a playmaker, and you got to feed off some of those guys. But a problem that I did have was not using Obi enough. Like when he came in, we kind of had a jolt to the team, and you got to use these athletic guys to use their bodies so they can get to the line, get easy alley oops and stuff like that. Tibbs didn't really use them enough. But you live and learn. Hopefully he lives and learns. But Other than that, I can't complain. It was a great season.
So next season over, uh, your final recap and what's your off season outlook for the team. What do you think they need?
Point guard, point guard, point guard, point guard, point guard, point guard. Did I just say point guard? Yes, point guard. They definitely got to get a point. Get Alonzo Ball in here. You have to get a franchise guy that can give us, the 16. Well, no, now I'm gonna aim high. You got to get like a 20-point per game scorer. 7 assists. Somebody that can set the tone on the as soon as he gets on the floor. Whether it be Dame. Even if you got to go out and get a Bradley, but you got to get somebody like that to maybe put it together. But 50 million in cap space, maybe corner store Spencer Dinwiddie. That shit he was talking, but he can definitely, as he's shown when he starts, he can get up, he can put the numbers up. Not that great on the defensive side, but I would rather have a Alonzo Ball because younger, defensive, he's getting better. I think him and Randall will be really nice together. And yeah, I want a point guard. I really want that guy or a franchise altering player without actually screwing it up this time. Because that's what they got to do, but they cannot, gut the team. Can't do it again.
So you want like no parts of Dennis Schroeder?
Nah, get the fuck out of here. Well, he turned down what? How much he
80
turned
mil.
down? 80
80 mil.
mil? Yeah, okay. You career backup. I mean, he's good, but you turning down 80 mil? It ain't
80 mil.
Schroeder time in New York.
80 mil to score 0 points in the playoff game. Man, get out of here.
You better get out of here, man. Get all the way out of here. Schroeder time. Not here.
No, no. Speaking of Schroeder and those Lakers, they were out of here by the Suns. Um, the Lakers were favored in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Kept wondering why, but the injury to AD didn't really help.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron got quit like 4 games in. Looked disgusted at Kyle Kuzma every time he touched the ball. And Andre Drummond's uh, mimic of LeBron was the highlight of the Lakers
Oh, that was great.
postseason.
That was great. Oh, man.
Yeah, Crowder gave him the salsa dance out of here. They done. Lakers really disappointing. The roster was left a lot to be desired, but fans would say it's injuries. What'd you make of that Suns Lakers series?
The Suns just they put boots to asses. That's what they did. I mean, and ain't no doubt about it. You saw LeBron and his A starting to catch up with him a little bit. Of course, AD's injury didn't really help. But honestly, I don't think that would have mattered because how Phoenix is playing right now. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe I said I can see Phoenix winning the series. And, Devin Booker, I mean, I hope people saw that he was a star way before this. But, yeah, obviously it shines bright. The lights are bright in the playoffs. That's when you're going to get noticed. And it's time. We saw what they did in the bubble last year. They won those 8 straight games. They were like, okay, they come back next year and they get a piece. They got the piece in Chris Paul. Cameron Payne. You got Cameron Johnson. You got, I don't know what Frank Kaminsky does anyway. DeAndre Ayton taking that next step. Saw it, great piece off the bench.
And Mikal Bridges
Mikal Bridges, that's my guy. 3 and D player that we knew he was going to be. Noodle. But yeah, that's another player I wanted over Kevin Knox, but that's another story. But that I would have taken. But yeah, this team has been Monty Williams. Give it up to him, man. All the freaking trials and tribulations he went through personally, and to become such a great coach, and he was able to do it his way, and that's what he wanted. And the team is in his vision. That's the kind of team he wants, and he wanted, and he got, and just look where they are now, Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, made quick work of the Nuggets. Joker and Aaron Gordon trying to play tough guys. That didn't work.
And,
But Chris Paul from an injury from the Lakers series healed up, played well in that closeout game against the Lakers, and then just balled out against the Nuggets. But trust between Monty and Chris Paul really catapulting this team to now the Western Conference Finals. Phoenix hasn't been there since 2010, the Steve Nash era,
Mm-hmm.
Mari, Grant Hill, and those guys. But I'm really liking what Phoenix is doing. If anyone has been paying attention to the regular season, no, this is no fluke.
Mm-hmm. They took L's on the floor and in the stands. Sons and Pope. Try to sucker punch dudes and you get your ass whipped. I mean, just damn. And I have to give us a Joker. Yeah, Joker. Excuse me, dude. You won MVP. You got it, but you cannot be getting ejected in an elimination game with your team just getting whacked. Mike Malone saying you quit. I think he about to get fired. Not hired, but freaking dude, I'm saying you trying to play a tough guy. You swatting at the dude. Come on, guy. And then Devin Booker getting in your face and
Well,
it.
what I'll say about that, I've seen flagrants
Oh, absolutely.
for less. I thought he was going for the ball.
I thought so too.
It just like he's 7 foot, going swiping down on Payne, so it looks awful. He definitely hit him.
Oh, he swatted him hard though. I don't think he caught him like he could have. Like he could have just broke his whole shit because he really just took his paw and said no. But yeah, it kind of sucks. I thought it was going to be a more competitive series, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody did, but without Jamal Murray, I think that was really the piece. I mean, he could have put the pressure on the team and really helped out a lot, but still can't take anything away from this Phoenix team, and they are good. And I'm honestly rooting for them to win it all because I want to see CP get that ring.
Yeah, which is something, So Chris Paul, we've known his greatness for a while. His value to teams coming in, improving them dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
First ballot Hall of Famer. Does his legacy take a hit without ever getting a ring?
No,
Like Barkley or Reggie Miller.
absolutely not. One of my favorite players of all time, Patrick Ewing. He didn't get a ring, but his greatness was there. You can't. I won't measure greatness by rings because rings are usually you're put in the right spot to succeed. Robert Ory got 7 rings, but he was a clutch shooter. But yeah, you look at his whole career, it wasn't. It was okay. It was decent, but you got. I mean, no, you can't measure players by rings. I'm sorry. We all know we've seen guys like Robin was a great player, but he was a role guy at
Mm-hmm.
the at a certain point. But he got his ring. Tony Kukoc, great player. Everybody know why the Bulls won those championships. You know, but you just can't. You can't. He's too good. Like look at John Stockton, one of the best point guards that debated. Best point guard ever. Never won a ring. You ain't taking away his greatness. Look at Jason Kidd. We still would have thought one of the greatest point guards ever if he didn't get that one in Dallas. So,
Yep.
no, you can't measure greatness by your rings. That's why I hate the arguments, the 6-0 rings. It don't matter. I mean, if you're great, you're great. That's how you measure it.
You need a game to win tomorrow. You taking Stockton or Chris Paul?
Woo, that's tough. I need to win the game tomorrow. I'm going with the mid-range guard, CP.
Yeah, he's bringing the mid range back in style, man.
Because I'm a mid-range guy. I gotta go with CP on this one. Gotta go with CP.
No
I love
doubt.
stock. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But nah, buddy.
And speaking of great point guards,
Mm-hmm.
we saw one hell of a performance in the first round from Dame Lillard. Put up a 55 spot, sent the game to double overtime, sent the game into overtime and double overtime,
Mm-hmm.
and some wild 3-pointers, but ended up with a first round loss.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, some cryptic messages on Instagram, you know, about his future in Portland. Scott is out, wanted Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd took his name out.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see Portland going with Lillard or CJ? Pledge loyalty, but Loyalty can get you
Losing,
so
man.
far.
Yeah, that losing, man. We saw it with KG. That losing in the first round loss, finally get to the West Coast final, kept losing, kept losing, kept losing. They finally was just like, listen, all right, it's gonna come down to which one they want to keep. I think it's just something's not working there anymore. Obviously, everybody's gonna keep Dame. CJ was just okay, but he wasn't the CJ we were used to. And honestly, I don't know how you're gonna keep Dame happy because who are you gonna get? Who are you gonna get to come to Portland and make that big of an impact? It's what I see again? Allen Iverson. I see it all over again. Such a great player. I think Lillard's a more of a clutch, shooter. He hits bigger shots, but it's an Allen Iverson effect. He can, lead the team so far. And till, you face a better team and you're done. No matter no matter how hard you try, there's only so much you can do as one guy.
So you think it's loyalty to a fault?
Yeah, you have to. I'm like, I understand you don't want to be that guy to go switch teams, but I think he goes to the mentality winning isn't everything, but and loyalty means a lot. But when they're not showing loyalty by getting you like players that you should have, like going out there on the market and trying to make the best team around you. Yeah, Melo was doing his thing, CJ was doing his thing, but when Nurkic went down, who do they really have? They got Whiteside. He wasn't. He was another one that was a shell of his former self. Then they went out and traded Gary Trent, which Norman Powell was okay, but I still wouldn't have traded Trent because 3-point shooting, you're gonna need. Norman Powell was okay in his own right, but I don't know. They just make the wrong moves, and honestly, I think he's gonna get tired of it. He should
Yeah.
be.
Uh, Now with a new coach coming in, Becky Hammond being named out there, Mike D'Antoni
I
named
can see
out
that.
there. You know, grand scheme of things,
hmm
you, you think Lillard stays?
I think he does. I think McCollum's the one to go. I think Lillard's going to stay until he's the kind of guy that's going to honor his contract and then finally go at like 33, 34 and hopefully go somewhere to catch on. He'll be productive for a few more years and hopefully gets a ring somewhere else, but I can see him staying.
Spoken of another point guard out west,
Mm-hmm.
Luka Doncic.
Oh, man.
During game seven, well, 7 game series,
Mm-hmm.
uh, KP was the only man to disappear harder than Randall.
Word. That's a good one. You ain't shit. Oh, man. Yeah. You mean the Tim Hardaway trade? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, who? If you, who's that? Oh, man.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway really balled out in that series, but you could tell that you know Dallas didn't have the guns to match up, and not a lot has been made about Luka's poor free throw shooting.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because he was horrid. I don't for somebody that can shoot so damn well on and off. He's a terrible ass. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
what are you doing? But
it's bad.
yeah, it was horrible. I mean, then the complaining still, so you know how that goes. So, dude, you'll get your calls. You're starting to league. You're gonna get your calls, but yeah, he just couldn't do it. The help if KP was, you know, a 20-point per game kind of guy in the playoffs, they easily would have beat the Clippers. And because when you got Tim Hardaway playing efficiently, you gotta win games. You have to win games, and they couldn't get it done. Now Lucas so called, but I think Cuban refuted it that he was upset. But yeah, Lucas that kind of guy that he's not going to take losing for. He's not going to stay in a losing culture with guys he don't like. I can just see that happening.
No, and funny you bring up KP because
Mm-hmm.
he was a 20-point per game scorer
Mm-hmm.
in New York as the main guy. Gets traded to Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
becomes a second fiddle, supposed to be the second star, but now he says he feels that he's an afterthought. Luka dominates the ball.
It's like a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, but good grief. Who says that? Like, what? You are a 26-year-old man. Luka, he dominating the ball. You better put your hand up, man. Luka, give me the damn ball. I mean, what? Well, also, I wouldn't give you the ball anyway because you talk about he's dominating the ball, but you 7'4" trying to shoot 30-footers every damn time out. No, I wouldn't give you the ball either. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Get on the block. When we used to play basketball, you big as hell. We're going to take, listen, you better get out on the block. You go ahead and shoot a 35-footer and see how much you get yelled at. You must be crazy. Man, you have some damn nerve. Look over there carrying the damn team and you whining about being, come on, man. That's so terrible. Like, whose man's is this? Get him out of Dallas. Like, send him to Cleveland. Jared Allen. There you go.
All right. But, all right, Luka does dominate the ball.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He does play hero ball a little bit too much.
He is that good.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. It's kind of like a Lillard situation. Listen, if you're going to make big shots and you're going to take big shot maker, big shot taker, big shot maker, man. But it's KP's to a fault because of his game. Dude, if he get a back to the basket move, that's all you need. That's it. You don't need to do too much. Get a little hook shot, maybe a little turnaround. Man, all right. How the hell did Luka adopt that one-legged fadeaway and your big ass couldn't learn from Dirk? What? Dirk was going to every game. You couldn't have him. Dirk, can you come down for a second, please? Practice. Dirk, I know he got his number. Dirk, come down. Yeah, got you.
Strip club, bro. Strip club. It's all about the booty. You're taking a leg somewhere.
God damn, man. I understand it's all about the booty, but damn, man, you don't gotta play like it.
Like I can somewhat understand where he's coming from. If I'm coming in as supposed to be the second star, like the Robin to your Batman, but I don't touch the ball, of course I'm going to be disinterested. I'm going to put up 35-footers every time I touch it. Man, fuck Luka. I thought I was, coming in as the help. You treat me like, like I'm like I'm nonsense. Yeah, like, yo.
Right.
But KP hasn't been on the floor enough to demand the ball.
Exactly.
He has been hurt. And when he does play, he seems real disinterested. So his track record doesn't help him.
You could have stayed your ass in New York. How good he was playing, man, we ain't give a damn. He was dropping 30. Yeah, go ahead, KP. He was the man. But see, and the word of Chris Brown, grass ain't green on the other side. No, see? Shouldn't listen to your brother. Sometimes family members will get you fucked up. Shit, actually, literally all season. Somebody watched him, actually. Now that I think about it. See? He tried to be the man at the wrong time, man. That's what happens.
You see KP getting moved?
Hell yeah. If Luka's not happy, if Luka's like, listen, move that motherfucker out of here, all right? He ain't helping me. You damn right they gonna move him. They gave him money, though. They gave him a lot of, 5 and 125, what they paid KP?
Yeah, they gave him the max, yeah.
Trade that motherfucker to Cleveland. You gotta get your ass a real big man in there and try to figure it out. They can have a lot of cap. Well, I don't know what kind of cap space they have, but either that or they better go on a yacht or something. Start a Banana Club Part 2 and make up.
The only question is which European star will Dallas trade for? Because that's all you get.
Maybe Manu Ginobili will come out of a fucking retirement or something.
But, an interesting move I think might work is sending KP to Boston.
Denver?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Two bad knees for each other.
Right. KP, he'll complain about that because he ain't getting the ball from Jalen and freaking Jason. You crazy? Hell, he getting the ball from? He gonna be real mad. I'm like, damn, nobody loves me.
You thought Luka was the ball hog? Wait till you get to Tatum.
Tatum would be like, oh man, that's shit. Damn, Luka, you better go back home and play ball or something. No ass. Right? See, that's what happened. As a Knicks fan, I just have to say I'm smiling. I gotta take all that shit when he got traded. Knicks fucking bullshit. Oh, Knicks, they didn't get it right. They got it wrong. And then all this stuff is starting to come out. And then it was funny because Luka posted on Instagram, the truth will come out soon. And I'm going, I know you talk about the team, but you sound like you was talking about your ass. You told on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be signing that $200 million loop. Supermax, right?
Like I said, they're obviously gonna offer it. I mean, Luka, come on, we know you had that mellow jersey on. I mean, come on, Luka, come on, don't do it to yourself. Come on to New York, bro. Get that.
I thought y'all were waiting for Zion.
Who?
My
Oh,
bad.
sorry. That's my guy Zion, but still, nah. I know he want to play with RJ and all, but nah, Luka come first, man. Nah, we ain't getting no damn Luka. We about to get we're gonna get Dinwiddie, and we're gonna get I don't know. I'm telling you, I can see Dinwiddie. I want ball. I can see Dinwiddie though. If that money start calling, he gonna be like, "Oh, I said that about New York." No, I was just kidding. I was just joshing. Come
on. You mentioned Boston had a 5-game series with Brooklyn, just as I predicted. Tatum won one game, and Boston was out of here. Kyrie stomps on the logo. And then Glenn Davis and KG put, like they done lost their mind and defending the damn logo anyway. After the series, Boston, Brad Stevens goes up top to president of basketball operations, leaves the head coaching position. Danny Ainge is out. A lot of moves being put into motion for Boston. Kemba Walker going to be looking to trade in the offseason. Maybe Jaylen Brown, not sure. But, we see Boston outlook for this offseason.
They need a big man. And trade Kemba Walker. Maybe a Nick Target. I don't know. Like I said, we take on most of that contract. We might be able to give him a deal. Take Knox, anybody, somebody take him. We ain't gonna use him. But yeah, you got to see what you can get for Kemba Walker, and they need a big man. I think that if they can do that right, they're going to be a problem in the East. You got two studs right there, right in the middle, and the role players aren't too bad either. You got your Marcus Smarts, you got what's that kid's name? Talking about him. You got Aaron Nesmith.
Oh yeah, Nesmith, yeah.
Nesmith, Peyton Pritchard. They got the talent on that team. There's no denying that. But when Brown went down, that was pretty much the season. And they wasn't fucking with the ISO gang. I mean, it just wasn't gonna happen. He had to score 60 just for them to be in the game, and that was it.
Yeah, it's a lot of turmoil up in Boston. I thought it was about time Ainge stepped down. It also makes sense why Stevens didn't take any college jobs or you had that position lined up. Carol Lawson, Becky Hammond also in the running for that Celtic job. So it's a hot commodity. You got some stars, big market, high expectations, and obviously you got to come in and respect the logo.
Yeah. Anyway.
In which, by the way, man, fuck Glenn Davis. Find a uniform that fits, man.
I want to know why was he even talking? Like, what the hell did you do, man? Shut up. My logo.
Yeah, karma, man. Wasn't even the right goddamn foot. Dumbass don't even know what he's talking about.
Oh man, yeah, that was pretty.
So lame.
I just can't. Do I feel bad? Honestly, do I feel bad for Boston? No, you racist ass town. I don't give a fuck about your town. Anyway, get the fuck out of here. Like I can't. I'll spit on that. Y'all, man. What you mean? I mean, respect what? Y'all, I mean, you got a lot of people talk about old school basketball. Respecting shit. Respect you. The McHale and them respect the Lakers? Hell no. They made sure it was hot as hell and they did whatever they could to try. They turned their ACs off. When I heard freaking people throwing shit at their butt, man, fuck that. Respect what? Fuck Lucky.
Stop a mohole in that river dance. Get out of here. But yeah, Boston's gonna have an interesting offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Been needed for years a big man, so it'll be interesting to see where they go. Brooklyn now facing Milwaukee. First two games look like a house on fire, even with Harden going out in the first minute of the game, of game one.
Mm-hmm.
Game three was a heartbreaker. Bruce Brown, I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
The game wasn't lost on Bruce Brown's floater. Joe Harris had that wide open mid-range shot that could have put the lead up to 5, I believe. But he was 1 for 11 that night, and it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
We needed game three because what happened in game four, you obviously couldn't foresee Kyrie getting hurt, but Milwaukee finally knocked down shots in game four. Brook Lopez really made a difference, and Chris Middleton has arrived on the scene, as well as PJ Tucker. I'll be damned if PJ Tucker is gonna block me from getting to a championship. So I mean, he's playing excellent defense on Durant.
Yeah, he has been. Yeah, he shut him down that game. That security guards. I didn't know KD had his own bodyguard.
I mean, you see his hit list. You had to hire him. What if Rappaport comes out the crowd and just, it's on now. But
oh man,
apparently he's gonna need that security guard to get PJ Tucker off him because he's been on like white on rice.
He was, man. You can. PJ was. I don't know, man. Y'all gotta sit. Well, you need two people to get hurt for it to be a series. It's a series. As we all know, they weren't looking good when they were totally healthy. But hey, you next man up. KD's gonna have to. He's gonna become Superman, which might be a downfall because he is coming off a huge injury. I know he looked good, but all it takes is one. But do you think I gotta ask you as a Net fan? Do you think that was a dirty play? Okay, because I finally saw it, and I'm just man, that did look kind of weird. Like he kind of like shoved him down the chair. I was like, ooh, man, Giannis, I need Trevor a reason.
Do I think it was dirty? No.
Mm-hmm. But think it was extra though.
I thought it was a bit extra.
He just Giannis like, fuck this. I ain't gonna be a disappointment again. No.
Yeah.
You didn't see him get up. He was like, yes.
Yeah, flexing down the court. Motherfucker, hit a free throw. Taking 15 seconds and shit. But I don't think it was dirty. I think it was extra. But it's not like Zaza Pachulia. Like,
oh yeah,
it's not that crazy. So
he used to wild out, stomping him. He used to Christian late when people legs.
Yeah, I just thought it was really unfortunate because it takes like a week or two to come back from that ankle sprain. I don't see any way Kyrie comes back in this series.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
I think Harden can make an appearance for Game 6. If they win Game 5, they might hold him out Game 6 if they needed Game 7. But Drew Holiday is pretty much he is what I thought he was. He's doing what that making that extra making that difference on defense. At spin move layup, it was good to see, but It's nice to see Milwaukee show some fight. This is what I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know what to make of this series now with these guys out. Game 5 in Brooklyn Tuesday night. Um, Championships are hard, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's the how it goes. I mean, you got there. You've seen them go there before, and you both seen our teams. Had that heartbreak. You get so far, and then it hurts more. Like honestly, I'd rather get bounced in the first round than the damn finals because it just hurts. But then the whole offseason, you got to reflect. Damn, 4 games away. Fucking, we got damn. But yeah, this is gonna be rough, man. Because I honestly thought y'all were just gonna take it. Because there was no team, best scoring team in the league. Defense was actually clicking. It wasn't
Yeah,
even bad. Better than expected. And it was there. What teams were going to stop you? I mean, what team? There was no team that was really going to give you a run for the money. I mean, Utah, because of their defense, maybe. But offense always beats a good defense usually. A good offense. A great offense. And I don't know. That just sucks. But I really don't think you will see Harden or Kyrie the rest of the series. So it's going to be on KD. But still a winnable series.
it is. The If he's proclaimed as the best in the league,
Mm-hmm.
which is why you're here now. So,
Mm-hmm.
granted, it's not as much pressure as he would be on the Knicks, but it might be just as much. Maybe a slight bit less, but you know what? He chose this. He's up for the challenge, and
Mm-hmm.
as a fan, I'm here for it. But nobody's going to feel sorry for Brooklyn. They're the bad guys, so
Nah,
we'll see where this goes.
bad guys always die. KD, his damn. You know what he need to do? Man, fucking pass ISO that shit. Yeah.
Uh,
But they
oh
can
my,
get it.
yeah. Live score update: Atlanta has now taken the lead. Oh no,
Whoa.
Philly up 1. Started the fourth quarter. Philly leads that series 2-1. Um, we didn't really talk about Philly because they've been going about their business,
Mm-hmm.
just making things look real easy. Um, the game 1, Atlanta stunned them with the 40-point first quarter, and
Mm-hmm.
they had to hold on for dear life in the fourth. But Embiid showing why he was an MVP candidate. Seth Curry really putting in a lot of work, and Ben Simmons, one of the most intriguing players in the league because
Mm-hmm.
his defense is elite. You like him to score more, but when he does make that impact on the floor, this team is a totally different team.
Mm-hmm.
And Tobias Harris quietly just going about his business, putting up 25, 30 points,
Bye.
8 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 10 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
This Philly team is good, but this Atlanta team is showing some fight. We've
Absolutely.
seen Trae Young, Clint Capella, and the boys. What'd you make of this Philly team here?
And like you already said, man, the team is good. Simmons, Tobias, Embiid, Thibault. I mean, this team honestly, it's a championship team. Because once you pay elite defense like they do, and they really shut it down, they got pretty much a traditional center down there in Embiid that can do so many things on the floor. They're going to be hard to beat. They shoot well from 3, which is imperative if you want to win games, especially in the playoffs. You got to be able to knock them down. And Atlanta's going to be a scrappy team, but I don't think they can. As long as Embiid is down there, I mean, Capella's good, but Embiid, there's a reason. And I don't think Atlanta's going to have enough because Ben Simmons actually, is he guarding Trae? I've seen.
You started guarding them last game,
Yeah.
but not for the entire game, no.
Okay. I was wondering about that. But yeah, this Philly team is tough, man. If it was this is a year. Obviously, it's gonna be a new champion, but this is the kind of year where anybody can take it, especially now with the Nets kind of got a crack in the armor right now. I mean, this is anybody's ball game, man. The champion's gonna come out from anywhere. It can be a Suns, it can be Philly. It's gonna be somebody. I think now is gonna be somebody you're just gonna go, oh shit, really?
Mhm.
Even Utah. Utah might get the damn chip. Go figure. The D Wade effect. I don't know.
It- it-
But
yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Utah, up 2-1 in their series against the Clippers,
mm-hmm,
made work of the Grizzlies in the first round. John Morant played well. He Grizzlies showed that they're ready to take that.
mm-hmm.
We're going to take that next step next year. But Donovan Mitchell and Joe Ingles really provided the impetus for shutting down PG and Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year,
No
3 time. This Jazz team is good even with Conley out. Conley's out for Game 4.
mm-hmm.
Um, you,
Seems for real.
you, yeah, you think this team is for real?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, Utah, another one, great 3-point shooting team, best in the league the whole year. Donovan Mitchell has that extra bounce right now. He's healthy. I love seeing Spider go to work. I'm not a big Utah supporter. I mean, that's just my thing. But you know, I want to see what they can do. I'd rather see the Suns because I just want to see that swan song for CP and get his ring. But Utah, man, when they dig in, and no easy buckets. You get in that lane, and this was the next problem. You get in that lane, you just shit, free points. No, there's nothing called free points. There should be no free points in the league. You know, not like go crazy elbow, but make it tough on him. Don't floater. Are you seeing Trey really getting his, flow? He has to work for those points now. He's not getting nothing easy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to be a testament to his game and his growth because you're going to see when you get knocked down, how can you get up? Or you got to figure out different ways to score. You just can't, I'm good to the lane off picks by Capella. No, you're going to have to really do something. But going back to Utah, yeah, when Conley actually gets back, I think they'll have enough to. I want to see. I kind of want to see the Clippers do something though. I want to see this PG and Kawhi, tandem in the final, like kind of in the final. But then, like I said, the Suns. I want to see the Suns and the Clippers. That would be an intriguing matchup, just to see Booker and how if Kawhi would guard him or PG, you know, freaking the resurgence of Reggie Jackson. See stuff like that because Bobby Smurd is back. Um, Aiton will eat Zubac alive, but I
Yeah.
don't know. See, now you start thinking about it, I got to go back. It would have to be Jazz and freaking Suns because I want to see Aiton against Gobert. Aiton against Gobert, Mitchell against Booker. That that would be something. They're going to be dropping 40 on each other.
Yeah.
Plus, they both can shoot. So that's 100 plus points per game. So it's at least over 205 points a game. But yeah, I would like that a lot better. With two teams that, never won a chip. So, well, the Clippers didn't either, but that's their own fault. And I kind of want Kawhi to leave. Still holding out a tiny bit of hope. But yeah, the Jazz, that would be a fun WCF though. That would really be that would be a fun one. Conley too. Conley,
Yeah.
one of the most underrated, disrespected players in the league. And yeah, that would be really interesting.
Uh, you know, focus a bit on the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi had a like an epic game
Oh man, you ain't
6
lying.
against Dallas. Like
Mm-hmm.
really put the team on his back and just carried them to the victory. He's really been blown out with his efficiency, his defense, and just just flat out ability. But Paul George has really played well the last game. First couple games, Joe Ingles got to him and
Mm-hmm.
really shut him down. But I think Pandemic P went over to Porzingis. So I think we finally seen what playoff P was all about.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, PG has been playing well though, man. You gotta give him that. He's been, you know, um, yeah, he kind of slipped it over to it's pandemic Porzingis now. That sounds kind of better. But PG has been doing his thing. Kawhi's been doing his thing. They just Marcus Morris. He can't be doing that, breaking up a storm and freaking expecting them to win. But yeah, this Clippers team is intriguing though because they have the team to do it. Obviously, you got two stars. You should be, giving teams the business. But I don't know, man. They went 7 games with Dallas, and they're supposed to have a better team. So I don't know. But Utah wins tonight. I think they win the series.
Yeah, same here. Yeah,
Uh,
Utah gets game for. I can't see the Clippers coming back.
mm-hmm.
Clippers win tonight. I still have the Clippers taking the series.
Yeah, that I can see. That this is definitely going to hinge on tonight. But the Suns get their rest anyway. Chris Paul gets the rest up. Hopefully he can stay healthy for his WCF, and because he never made it to the finals, this will be his first finals too. So yeah, it's going to get real interesting. But the Clippers, they gotta dig deep. They gotta hit their shots. I mean, talk about 45 to 50% from the field. That you have to light it up against Utah. You have to. If you don't, good night, Irene.
Yeah, they put up an easy $130. It's
Mm-hmm.
Bogdanovich and those guys they shoot the lights out.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Clarkson.
Sixth man of the year. Congrats to him.
No, for real, man. That guy, another underrated guy that really never got the props that he deserved. Finally, well, of course you had Lou Will killing it every year. So, um, also didn't Derrick Rose get an MVP vote? I just gotta bring that
Yeah.
up. But what? I
So
want to know who did that.
it was the fans. So
See?
I think he got one ahead of Randall, ahead of
Look at him go.
Mitchell. So
Okay.
again, fans have no idea what they're
Nah,
doing.
it's not about. But yeah, but I just I'm gonna be torn between the WCF because I want to see my boy Mitchell go to work, but I want to see CP. So it's kind of fucking hate you, but I like Mitchell. I want to see Mitchell go to work. That'll be fun. But yeah, this I think whoever goes to the finals, we're gonna have a fun one. Whoever
Yeah.
gets there, it's gonna be a fun. This playoffs has been really good. I can't even lie, except for that Phoenix Denver series. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Yeah,
uh,
like what is Aaron Gordon doing?
yeah, dude, you finally get on a team that you didn't have to do everything or try too hard, but what I don't even know what the hell he was doing. He was shooting more threes than he needed to be honest. And when you improve in a 3-point shot, that don't mean you got to take like 10 shots a game. All right,
I mean,
but
Giannis.
yeah, him too. Like he's ugly as shit. Um, who else? Who else? Michael Porter Jr. He had his growing pains, but hey, he improved a lot this year. It was great to see. He looks like he's fully healthy. Murray that was the X factor right there. Murray was not having him. It screwed it up a lot. But Jokic, I mean, he didn't show up, man. MVP's got to show up. He said the light shine the brightest in the playoffs, and his dims. It sucks because you coming up an MVP thing, you think it would kind of.
I thought he played well. He just didn't have enough help.
Yuki.
I
Listen,
mean,
when I talk about MVP, you mean you supposed to be busting ass.
yeah, I mean he put up his triple doubles, but
You notice.
it,
Oh,
yeah,
but he didn't have
it's all
help.
about results.
Yeah, you got to, man. It just sucked because Monte Morris, you had him coming out of the limelight. He about to get his ass paid playing like that. But it's so, man, it sucks. Definitely sucks. That it should have been a way better series than what it was, but Suns took advantage, and there we go. The Valley moves on.
Yep. Yeah. You know, you mentioned Trey Young before and his ability to get to the line. Now it's like the NBA is gonna finally crack down on
Good.
those rip throughs and lean backs and flailing arms and all that. Yeah,
Man, get that shit out of here. I'm
and
sorry. That
they had Trey Young and James Harden by name.
they did show that too. So they even say, these players out here, nah, Jay, we talking to you, James Harden, because they make it so obvious though. That's the number one thing. I could understand you do it, once in a blue moon to get an event, but they do it every time. And we saw in that next
Yo,
series yep, Trey Young, excuse me, 3 foul. You crazy? And shout out to the Philly fans because the Knicks fans started that Trey is balding thing and they continued it in Philly. So that was pretty funny as hell, by the way. Yeah, I like Trey Young. He a bad boy. But yeah, that stuff gotta stop. I'm sorry. That initiating the contact. I understand you go into the lane and then you get, whacked and you go into the line, but that initiating contact and then getting basically 3 points off that shit, no. F that. That's kind of you out of control. It's out of control now.
but how? Okay, so how are you gonna determine? Well, they say like an unnatural move.
Mm. Man, because all right, Leon, you know damn well what the hell is it? You throwing them out there and you throw the ball up in the air. That shit don't make any sense. It's bad. If you go and look back at that next series, he did it at least close to double digits or over. And he got the call every single time. And James Harden I think he started that nonsense.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, Chris Paul does the same thing. He backs into play and gets fouled. So, I mean, I get where they're going. I just don't know how much
You can't
they can,
police it though.
yeah, how much they can regulate it.
Nah, I don't think you can. It's kind of like flopping.
Oh,
They still do it.
I wish they gave out technicals for flops, man.
That would be pretty funny. Yeah, they won't though. There was a few. It's been a lot this season where you're just like, come on now, this is getting out of control. But you can't police it. You're not gonna be able to do it. But I'm not a fan of it. I'll just like to say that.
Yeah, I guess if they start calling like offensive fouls, that might really police a lot of it.
Yeah, that's how I can understand. If you initiate the contact like that bad, I understand if maybe you get tied up, but when you're actually throwing yourself back and no, come on now. And you're trying to hook their arm under yours. What, James Harden talking to you, under hooking their arm and getting it. No, man, get the hell out of here with that.
Do-si do and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like what is that? You already get away with took 4 steps, look like a slide. I mean,
Your game changing, man.
it is, man. Shit, I would do that shit every day too. I'd do that every time I played. You didn't call it? Every single time.
Atlanta now has a 2-point lead. 5 minutes to go. Trey Young with 21 and 15.
That guy's see, man, it's a point guard league, man. We gotta get lucky if we get somebody like that. I mean, of course, I'm gonna give him shit for playing the Knicks, but the kid is good. I remember seeing in other groups talk about Trey Young was in the superstar. I mean, must be out your damn mind.
So yeah, like the Trey Young Luca deal, probably one of the most even deals
Yeah,
ever made.
absolutely. And you won't see that. You won't really see that a lot. I mean, that might be the look back in history. Have we ever seen a trade that was that even? Because it basically changed the course of 2 franchises that weren't looking too good because there was the transition period for both of them when, that Joe Johnson led team with Corver, Horford, all those guys, went into that they got Trey Young, look at Dallas going off the dirt era, coming off that, and they get a guy like Luka to step right in as the franchise cornerstone. It was pretty cool to see. I'm
It was.
tired of seeing him with other teams, but You do.
Uh, yes, your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, shut up. You got a big three. I don't hear that shit. At least people want to come there. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Who you think takes this Bucks Nets series now?
I am going to stick with the Nets. I think Kevin Durant will lead the team to victory. I think it's going 7 now. It's definitely going 7. I mean, but you're gonna need everybody. I mean everybody. You need Joe Harris. I mean, to get back into that form he was in during the season when he was damn near knocking down everything. Bruce Brown, he got to do his thing. You got to get Mike James, I think that's his name. He has to, step it up a little bit. Well,
Now, when
shit,
you
you get
now you
who?
say everybody.
Everybody.
Oh, you mentioned
DeAndre
Jimmy. Oh, okay.
Jordan. He gotta do something. Um, who else? Who else is there? Well, Jeff Green is coming back.
Jeff Green played well. I think the conditioning really got him because
Oh yeah.
he was done after like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I think he ended
Well,
up playing like 25 or so.
mm-hmm. I mean, you got those Warriors. It's like a Taj Gibson type, man. The Warriors that will get on the floor and play their heart out. But I think the Nets can still win the series because Milwaukee, until proven otherwise, is a bunch of choke artists. That's okay.
Talking about you, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, catch the Audible Tuesday nights. Football Life. Uh, Randy Hammond, Matt Bushnell, those guys do an awesome job covering now. It'll be off season. We're in OTA, so
Uh-oh.
more Aaron Rodgers drama. Will he be a Packer by tomorrow? Who knows? Catch the Audible Tuesday nights with Randy Hammond, Matt Bushnell.
And they're talking about the NFC North, huh? That's your neck of the woods, huh?
Yeah, man, we got a quarterback out there. I'm excited about the coach. Um, this is one off season. I'm actually very optimistic about, even with the lack of talent on the roster. So I'm excited for the Lions in a new direction. But you got Justin Fields over in Chicago, giving Matt some hope after he was down in the dumps on draft night. But
Never
uh,
forget.
never forget it. The Vikings are going to do Viking things,
Mm-hmm.
and the and, the Packers are, just Aaron Rodgers trade away from being a top 5 lottery pick next year. So
Absolutely. Definitely catch that. That's going to be interesting. I'll be keeping my eye on that, especially when they go to the the AFC East with Zach God and the Jets coming for that AFC East title. All right, let me stop playing myself.
um, Atlanta's still up 2 here. That's good for them.
Where we at, TNT?
Yep, TNT.
That's better hold this lead. They're in Atlanta. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it shows the home court advantage really making a difference in this Brooklyn series.
Mm-hmm.
In a number of these series, except for the Clippers and the Mavs, if this does go 7, Brooklyn has to come out hard for that
Mm-hmm.
for home court and show why they are the favorites.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you're gonna be hurt as hell if they lose the series. My man gonna be. He was dreaming. I mean, you are close to that parade on Flatbush.
Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Yes, that was me. Yeah, the super team, the group, the super group. That was us, man. So
Man, that's just rough, man. I can't think of just a worse way to fall. Well, except for blowing a 3-1 lead. Talking to you, Golden State. Um, but yeah, that might be rough, man. I don't know if y'all can make it now. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in the danger zone. Or Kenny Loggins' voice. But damn. But what else we got? What else we got on Capella? This guy.
Um,
Color your hair back.
Nate Bjorken out in Indiana after 1 year.
Trash.
Kind of, yeah, he told you I was a bad hire from the jump.
You did. You did. You definitely did. There were so many guys out there that could have, I think, done a better job. Now, let's see. Like I said, I want to see Becky Hammond get a job somewhere. I want to see it. I think she will. I think she'll put one of these jobs.
I really think she'll end up in Indiana.
I can see that. You know, that makes sense. I mean, you got Karras. You got two studs and Sabonis. I mean, if they keep Miles Turner around, um, and Indiana usually just has a solid team, and that's a perfect place for her to go. Young, up and coming, tough minded. That's how she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a perfect fit.
Steve Clifford out in Orlando.
That was surprising.
Yeah.
That really shocked the hell out of me because that dude, he really tried to bring him and Tibbs are like kind of the same. They're from the same tree, to bring the toughness to the team. Guess they couldn't hack it. It kind of sucks, but it was just injuries after injuries after injuries. So they would have been better. I think if Markel Fultz would have been around, Cole Anthony started to emerge. They got a few okay pieces like Windu and Windu. I think that's how you say his name.
Wendell
And
Carter Jr.
yeah, him. Wendell Carter. No, I'm talking about Windu. I know Wendell Carter Jr.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you got him, Bacon. Who else they got? What's the name? Got her, Jonathan Isaac. Him coming back. Mo Bamba. I mean, they got talent there. They just got to. It's kind of like the Bulls situation. You got to eat power forwards. You don't know if you're going to be a power forward or a center, so you got to figure that out right there. You got a tie game. Yep. But yeah, Orlando. Ain't no break. It seems like every 2 years they're rebuilding. Like Jesus Christ. Man, make up your mind. What do you want to do?
So it also brings up another interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
You shared in the group Stephen A. video where I guess black coaches weren't getting the same uh, uh, chances as whites in the NBA. How I guess he had an issue with Dan Tony getting all these interviews
Mm-hmm.
with players with talent, while other coaches get, I guess, look at Houston with Silas Jr. and he got the short end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's any merit into what Stephen A. had to say?
Somewhat, but I'm only taking it with a little bit of grain of salt because D'Antoni is a really established. See, that's the thing. If they're established, you can't really make a big stink out of it because D'Antoni is one of the best coaches in the league. He's been around for a while. And I thought about the Houston thing, but didn't his dad coach that team at one point? I could be wrong. Did he coach him?
I think so.
I mean, some kids they want to be. Oh, I want to follow my dad. You don't know the whole thinking of it, but trust me, I do get it, especially with somebody like Mark Jackson. But that right there is kind of self-inflicted because we all know what the whole scandal will happen. I mean, a lot of teams not going to want to take that on. And the Brad Stevens thing, I do agree with. Like, come on now, that dude, he failed up. It was like it's like, listen, I'm moving on. I'm going to take the coach position, but we'll see who they hire. But like just like Indiana, like I was horrible. Like really, it was no other guys out there, black coaches out there that can. Nate McMillan, once again, well, he got the last laugh because he's coaching a lot better team, but he's in the playoffs.
Right.
But yeah, there's some merit to it. I'm not gonna pull the wool over the eyes of the people. We all know what it is. I mean, it might not be as what's the word I'm looking for, Leon?
Waiting.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm like, it's not as blatant as it probably would be, but yeah, it's irritating to see. But I mean, it's getting decent. It's
Steve
still
Nash.
that one. He was handpicked though. See, that's the thing. Like, if you get handpicked, it ain't like the owner was just like, oh, Steve Nash. I mean, I think KD and Kyrie, like, Yeah, that's what we want. I mean, he's respected. You know, he coached Team Canada. I mean, who the hell doesn't know Steve Nash, one of the greatest point guards in the league? Like I said, if you got a merit as a player and a lot of stars respect you, you're gonna get a job. It's like anybody. If everybody knows Leon Tompkins around the work, and you get that good rap of being a good worker or a man of the people, a man of the players, and stuff like that, you're gonna get a job. It's kind of like good having a good reference on your resume. Kevin Durant said, "I'm going to be a good coach." You're going to get a job. But you know, like I said, I understand him getting upset, but there are a ton of black coaches out there. You know, you got the Paul Silas Jr. But hey, he got a shot. It's Houston, but hey, he got a shot. Now he can try to build that team in his own vision. You know, it does suck. I mean, but we'll see. We'll see. Before I
I
go
think
off the handle, we'll see because there's a lot of
yeah,
coaches.
I think Billups will get a job. I think Cassell will
Yeah,
get a job.
that's what I want to see. I want to see Chauncey get a job. That dude
Uh,
has been more than ready.
yeah, I know Cassell put his time in as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think this offseason we will get our first full time female coach.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, this is because I usually don't put too much stock in it, but this season with all these openings, and I don't see somebody. I want to some dude from the Euro League or something like that. I'm like, all right, now y'all getting out of control.
You're only
Man, I'm playing around. What we got? Oh, Atlanta like he might try to
yeah
serious.
yeah we got a and one attempt for Trey Young. Atlanta up one, about 50 seconds left to go.
Mm-hmm.
Foul on Embiid here. Doc Rivers pleading his case over to the refs.
Mm-hmm.
We got a real interesting finish. Okay, no, it wasn't an and one. It was two free
Nah, you
throws.
got it. Yeah,
Okay,
I love those MLK jerseys.
yeah, those are fire, man.
Mhm.
Um, focusing a little bit on the ladies a bit. The All Star game is going to be July 14th
Okay.
out in Vegas, and the way they're doing it is Team USA versus Team WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
So that means uh, 50% of the fan vote, 25% from the players,
Mm-hmm.
20% from the coaches. I mean, and the coaches can't vote for their own player.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that'll be the WNBA All Stars against whoever's participating for Team USA in the
Okay.
Olympics. Um, Whoever's on Team USA, it gets named on Team WNBA, will get replaced by, I believe, a commissioner,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, the coaches will pick the replacement for Team USA.
That's interesting. Complicated as hell, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more intrigued that the fan vote doesn't hold 100% of the weight. I
Mm-hmm.
like the fact that the you can be voted, you're voted in by your peers,
Yeah.
and I think this could be the beginning of what it should be in
And
the
then
NBA.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Um, I do like the weighted system. I do like the idea of coaches voting because more often than not, they set up game plans, they set up
Mm-hmm.
uh, scouting reports on these guys. So who better to vote and make the game, worth something if they're, doing it for charity and whatnot, than the guys who you see every night. So
Exactly.
I like it, and you still have enough weight from the fans to see who they want to see. You're gonna get your Currys, you're gonna get your Lucas, so it
Mm-hmm.
allows guys who are usually snubbed finally get in.
Absolutely. Yeah. That makes actually more sense than what they do. You know, having to play the fans pick most of the votes, and then It's gonna be complaints and stuff like that. So yeah, WNBA seems to be doing it a little bit better.
Yeah,
Hopefully Adam takes a hint, but we'll see.
yeah. I mean, he's been on the ball for the most part. You see, he's looking at the foul call, so there's something to look at there. Uh, Players of the week this week were Tina Charles and, of course, Breonna Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Charles, a league leading scorer. Uh, Jonquel Jones has been missing this week out in Europe, but the Connecticut Sun out leading the way in the Eastern Conference for the Commissioner's Cup. That's the Seattle Storm leading the way out in the Western Conference, followed by the Aces and Asia Wilson just continuing her MVP form.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see the whole Skylar Diggins, Jasmine Jones thing? That
Yeah,
was pretty funny.
we got some heat.
We got some heat.
We got action.
Oh man, it was pretty funny. She said, "Yeah, but they caught the L hyping up the wrong stuff. How about hyping my girl Britannia Laney? She's been balling out for the Liberty. It's been a great pickup. Sabrina has been kind of off. Kind of cooled off a little bit, but Laney's been picking it up. And then Skylar Diggins comes back, girl, shut the fuck up. You can't post a highlight, complain to your organization first why they only hype one person, which I understand where they're getting at with that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jasmine Jones comes back with girl, shut the fuck up, it's fighting words, so it's really good. Yeah, I want to see the smoke. That's what I'm talking about. We got the smoke at both organizations. This is great. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Scholar isn't just a pretty face. I like it.
Hell yeah.
I
And,
freaking like it.
and speaking of another Mercury player, a couple weeks, Brittany Griner has 2 dunks on the week, so she's been throwing it down, really putting in those numbers. Mercury is struggling without Taurasi, but Brittany has been putting up some monster numbers. Ken
Uh-huh.
Page as well out in Las Vegas,
Absolutely.
but holding strong again. The leader in the East and the Western Conference. By the time the Olympic break comes around, they'll play in Phoenix for the Commissioner's Cup.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Uh,
that's gonna be good, but the Storm, though, they continue to dominate, winning 9 out of 10.
you know,
One
Drew
see
Floyd.
Nick. Oh, good lord, man. Good grief. She is the definition of a baller, man. It's not sometimes it's not even fair.
Nope. And like if you look at her game, you can tell it's modeled after Kobe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She does everything well on the floor. Just get all up in your business. But and the funny thing about it tonight, she had an off game. Brianna put in the work as usual. Uh, she only at what 7-1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Sue Bird, she did her thing, and they're a really balanced team, man. With Russell, Samuelson, Talbot, love me some Talbot, um, Prince. I mean, they just got a lot of girls out there that can just ball on that team, and that's why I think they're going back to the finals. But we will see.
Yep. Candace Parker was out for a few weeks,
Uh huh.
and the Sky really struggled without her. She came back, dropped 20 and 14. Sky starting to come back a bit. Vandersloot had a rough go while
Mm-hmm.
Parker was out, but Diamond DeShields and Kalia Copper really held it down
Uh
as
huh.
much as they could while Candace was out. But I think the Sky are going to come back. They're second in the East, and at homecoming is going to be cooking sweet. I still have them in the finals with Vegas, and this league chugging along. We could be in the Olympic break real soon,
Mm-hmm.
and we're uh, unrelated coming down to the final possession for Philly. I don't know. You're far ahead of me because right now we got Tobias with the ball and Oh, and Embiid missed a layup, and the ball goes out of bounds off Ben.
Oh, yeah, I just got to that one actually.
Oof,
Yo, how you miss a layup? How you?
oof,
Oh,
that was rough.
oh no! I mean, ain't nobody was around. Like what? Yeah, Ben Simmons like, I can't shoot, but I'll make a damn layup.
And I thought he was gonna dunk that, but it's like he changed his mind in midair.
Mm-hmm. I would just dunked it, but not in that position. So, but yeah, these games, man, looks like Atlanta. See, who was it off? Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gonna have to
Oh,
foul Trey Young now.
oh yeah, definitely off. Ooh, definitely looks like it's off Ben.
Let's see,
But yeah, we're here for
cut
the.
his hair. Cut that goddamn hair. Yeah.
We have a final 8 seconds covering this. Philly leads the series 2-1. Atlanta looking to tie it up. But
Mm-hmm.
again, we told you about the Audible coming in tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Uh, Football Life, Randy Hammond, Matt Bushel covering the offseason. Uh, some people getting fined. Crowder finally decided to show up to work.
I know, right? Structure his contract. I'll take that. Giving Zach Wilson, keeping him with all those weapons. I'll take it. Um, I love like same thing with you. I love the coaching hire, Robert Sala. I love it. The old guys new break. Let's see how they do. Hopefully they prepare Zach Wilson the right way. I don't mind the Nick. I mean, is it Nick Foles? One of those bum ass quarterbacks. Yeah, I don't mind the Nick Foles deal. Actually, I would honestly, me personally, I wouldn't start him right away. Don't throw him to the wolves. Let Nick Foles come in and do his thing. So if you fuck up, yeah, bring Zach in. Keep the pressure off the kid for now. Don't do the same thing you did with Sam, as I covered it. If you missed the whole draft night thing, I advise you to go there and check that out because it was hilarious. We were on there for like 4 damn hours, and Matt Bushnell, his reaction was just legendary. Shout out to Corey Decker because he called that whole Justin Fields thing from the get go. Oh man. But those guys, Randy Hammond, Matt Bush, keep doing your thing. But yeah, what else we got on tap?
Now move to Wednesday night's Dong City with Henry Maldonado Jr., Vince Mercandetti. Uh, Countdown, I think, is officially on for Boone to be fired, and they will throw a celebration. Yankees in the tailspin.
The celebration butters.
Nationals in the tailspin. Mets in first place. Lindor finally getting cheered.
We take it.
Finally at full capacity around the league. But those guys do an awesome job covering the Major League season. Robot umps on the way. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m., Baseball Life. Catch it. The Workshoe Wrestling Podcast, Thursday nights. Jason Brooks, Corey Richmond. WWE finally trying to get back some fans.
Mm-hmm.
Although firing some people. So, pink slips galore. Trey running out the clock here, getting fouled, 6 seconds left to go. But yes, the Workshoe Wrestling Podcast, Thursday nights, Jason Brooks, Corey Richmond, awesome job.
Do it.
And Sunday morning, Total Basis Podcast with Felipe Malicio and Sean Connor Flannery. I am in last place in one league. I need all the help I can get. A good 8 to 10 players are on my IL. I need some help.
You need some help.
I need a lot of help, and those guys are the guys to deliver.
Absolutely.
Prospects,
Talk about the mailman.
prospects, hot pickups, cold releases, who to pick up, who to drop. Those guys are your fantasy go-to. Sunday mornings, 11 Eastern, 10 Central. Over again in Baseball Life. If you haven't checked Life Group podcast on the YouTube or Anchor, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, you can catch our previous episodes there. Atlanta does squeak out the win. We are tied up at 2.
He almost made that.
Yeah, I thought it was after the buzzer.
Uh,
I mean, Atlanta really showed some fight. They were down double digits in this game, and you know they could have fought it up to 10 and went on home. Man, ice trade going back to Philly, game 5, series tied 2-2. It's anybody's game now.
uh-huh. That's right, Ice Tway.
Uh, yeah, I think we had another good one in the books. I should be back
Sure.
Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Uh, any parting words for the audience, brother?
Thank you everybody who tuned in. You know, it's a good night going on. NBA action. But the Mets about to fly the L on the Cubs. Yeah, I said that shit. Um, but nah, thank everybody. Check out All Our Life group. You know, daily life, all that. Get in there. Basketball life, us better get in there. We gotta get our members up. I want to see 1,000. I want to see a stack in there. Um, football life, baseball life, whatever you need, we got it. We even got hockey life for the hockey enthusiasts. I'm halfway there. Rangers got a new coach. Some
Islanders, Islanders Lightning.
I know, man. That's great. I want to see the Islanders win shit. All right. Only good thing about them is the colors, because they met colors. But yeah, man, just keep doing your things. Hope y'all enjoyed it. So damn, that's pissing me off. They better just close their asses right now. Diaz is looking like, a great deal. The white Griffey has been sent down. Jared Kelenic. Ha ha. But um, but yeah, you damn right. Gun smoke. Huh. Ha ha. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Nah, it's good to see you back, brother. It's good to be back. We are black, as we can see. You know what it is. But definitely a fun episode. We're gonna keep it coming. All that good stuff, all the action. As my brother says, we got action. We always got action everywhere. And thank you for watching. And if you missed it, you better get your ass back on YouTube and watch it again.
Let them know. Thank you, brother. And until next time, everybody, ball out.
Oh, yes, sir.